Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It has been a hot minute since I've uploaded. I'm so sorry, but today I figured let's just jump into some art journaling. I have this journal that I have been working on for maybe close to 7 years now, and I've only filled up maybe like a quarter of it. And I have a lot of pages I need to fill, and so I needed some spring vibes, so I chose these different papers that yelled very spring, and I have all these different supplies that I have to use up. I also mentioned this in my last video where I just have so much stuff that I've just been keeping for, the quote-unquote right moment, and I'm so sick and tired of that mentality, and I just want to use up everything that is cute and that I love, because why the heck not, So today, that's what I'm trying to embrace as I'm going to be journaling in my art journal and just, go crazy, be free, be me. Gosh, I'm so tired. It has been a crazy month, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. But yes, today we are just art journaling. Feel free to join me, grab your supplies, or if you just want to sit cozy with a cup of tea, that's absolutely okay too. And yeah, let's just get right into it. When I try to start my journal spreads, I try to, find a theme that I really want to do. So as I mentioned, I needed like some spring vibes. I needed some soft colors. I also just recently had watched the new season of Bridgerton, so hence my little cutesy floral type of vibe that I'm going off with. And I simply start with the bigger stuff like the background, and I try to just choose pieces that really fit the vibe that I'm going for. And I don't know, I just really was pulled by this beautiful green like cardstock with like some beautiful red and blue little hints. I can't tell if they're birds or flowers. I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention, but anyways, super cute, very cutesy, love, and I wanted that to be the central focus of this spread. And so I knew that for sure, so I just stuck it down right away, committed. Look at me being committed, doing things. Oh my gosh, I need applause. Thank you so much. And yeah, so I just put that as my background, and I decided to work off of that. And I'm pretty sure I use the same paper for the other side as well. Maybe not. I don't remember. Anyways, and I try to choose papers that kind of like go together within the theme, and I thought like all these colors kind of like worked quite nicely together, which is what I decided to do. So that's like my main guiding point for this entire journal spread, and I cannot wait to see where it ends up, because I recorded this such a long time ago that I do not remember. So we're seeing it together for the first time, kind of. So come along with me as we finish this up together. But yeah, it has been a hot minute since I've recorded and uploaded anything, and I promise there is a good reason why. Of course, life has been absolutely crazy on my end of things, just from like family and studying and all that kind of stuff, and I really, really, really miss having a consistent schedule for this hobby of mine that I absolutely love, which is here on YouTube, just doing my fun little crafts and sharing them with people. But this time I swear that there is like a bigger reason as to why I haven't uploaded, and that is because when you are seeing this, I am currently in New Zealand hiking and exploring, and I am on a 3-week long trip, and I can't wait to share it with you guys because I will be vlogging every single moment of it. This has been a dream trip of mine since I was a kid, because my favorite animal is the kangaroo, because kangaroos are fucking awesome. But this also has been a dream trip for my mom, and we decided, let's do this trip together. And for her, it is to celebrate her retirement, and for me, it was a celebration for finishing my degree, my history degree, which I finished, I graduated a year ago, two years ago at this point, I think. Anyways, so a little bit ago, and we decided, let's just do it. let's go explore. Let's go do this trip we've always wanted to do. So basically, I'm going to be spending 1 week in New Zealand and 2 weeks in Australia. And for Canada, that is like quite literally like across the world for us, basically. So that'll be definitely something to experience. But yeah, so I've been very busy kind of like planning all of that and putting everything together and packing and buying things. And anyway, a little bit chaotic. But I will do a packing video. That'll be the first video that will come out, and then the actual vlog of it will come out a little bit later. I don't have a time frame now because obviously as I'm recording this, I am not there yet. So I don't know when those videos will come out and, you know, that kind of stuff, but I'll keep my YouTube community post section updated. If ever you have any questions, feel free, go ahead there, or even comment on this video, whatever. But yeah, that is why I have been away and very busy. But I cannot wait to share this magical trip with you guys. I'm so freaking excited. Oh my gosh. I absolutely love hiking, and hiking is one of my mom and I's favorite activities to do together, and it's always just so great. It's always so nice. And yeah, I'm very, very excited to share this very special moment with her, and it'll be great. We have been so busy in our lives in the past, gosh, so many years at this point. So really spending a lot of like bonding moments with her during this trip will be very, very nice, and I'm very much looking forward to it. But anyways, enough yapping about the trip. I will get back to that in those actual videos if that interests you. They will be up, I'm assuming, sometime in May or at the latest sometime in June. So a little heads up, that's when they'll be coming out. But yeah, thank you for your patience for that. Anyways, let's get back to focusing on the journal spread. So again, as I said, I start with just committing to a background, which ended up being this blue flower background and this green one. And then I just start layering stuff upon it and see what works, see what doesn't, see what vibes with me and what doesn't. I was honestly very intimidated going into this because I haven't done art journaling in such a long time, but I was like, I need to record something. I just need to put something up and stop avoiding it and being scared of, you know, not doing well or anything. So I just sat down, I took an hour to myself and just let myself create something. And this is kind of what we end up with a little bit. We do add like, you know, some more details here and there. But yeah, it was more intimidating than I am happy to admit, to be fair. It was a big stepping stone to finally get back into it, but it was honestly so refreshing and so fun, and I really hope that I can do another spread soon. Honestly, with just my busy schedule for the next week, I definitely won't be able to, but on my, you know, when I come back, I would love to do a lot more videos during the summer. Maybe we'll even, you know, go to the park or something and, you know, journal on the go. That could be fun. But yeah, once I kind of like figure out a layout that I enjoy, I then start sticking the pieces down and actually committing to kind of the, you know, the placement that I had done for everything. So I, you know, go with the first layer and build up upon that. And honestly, for journaling, one of the best things that I've learned over the years is to really not be afraid of layering. Layering is what makes it interesting, right? Just the different textures, the different papers, from stickers to cardstock, washi tape, sticky notes, labels, pictures, you know, like anything that you can get your grubby little crafty hands on, like just do it, layer it, you know, put some texture, and don't be afraid to, you know, grab your paper and crumple it and uncrumple it as well. That adds a very nice texture too. That's one of my favorite things to do as well. I didn't really use it much for the spread though, but usually that is something that I enjoy doing. And yeah, and I've also really enjoyed using like these two different flower stickers that I'm using. They're clear stickers, so those layer super nicely as well. And yeah, so I just, you know, went with the flow. I think I was listening to either like a Twitch stream at this point, or maybe some music. And I just really got into the flow state and just, you know, I just went for it. You know, I decided to just stop being scared of my own expectations and just simply do it because why the heck not? And if you don't start somewhere, then you're never going to start at all. And that's really the mindset that I'm trying to hone into for 2026. There's a lot of hobbies and things that I've always wanted to try and get into, but just it was always so intimidating to get into and to just start, and that's like really terrifying sometimes. Anything from like learning something new in terms of like languages to learning music. Music is something I've really been wanting to learn for the longest time, but it's always been a very intimidating subject for me. I did do a little bit of music. I did do like one semester of music in like grade 8, almost like, oh my gosh, that was 10 years ago now. That's crazy. So, you know, I was quite young and I don't really remember much of it, but I did do the, oh gosh, what is it called in English? But like the flute, basically. Yeah, because the thing in the front is the recorder, but the flute goes onto the side. So I did the flute for one semester. That was very nice, very beautiful. But an instrument I've always wanted to learn has been the acoustic guitar, and I have one from my grandfather, and I just need to sit down with it and get comfortable with it and just, you know, start to learn different chords and figure out how to move my fingers, because as intimidating as it is, like, I don't know how to hold a guitar. I don't know how to place my fingers, and I've seen, like, you know, tried to practice like different chords, like my fingers don't move that way. Like, that's so crazy to me, to be able to move your fingers to hold different positions for different notes and be able to move that fast. And also, as silly as it sounds, like, how do people strum a guitar? Like, I don't actually know. Do you have to do all the strings, or is it you're only plucking certain ones? Like, how does that even work? And it's just like, it is so humbling to be so brand new and so fresh at something where I know literally nothing about. And as exciting as it is, it's also very scary, because for a lot of like creative hobbies, like, you know, journaling like I am right now, from bullet journaling to painting to drawing to even cooking, I feel like a lot of those skills like help build upon each other. But music itself is something that I have nothing related to that can help me in my stepping stones in learning. Like, I have nothing to help me start that. And I am starting fresh from the dirt, you know, like, I don't even have any cement. I don't have gravel to step on, you know, from other skills. I am starting fresh, and that's absolutely terrifying. Yet that's the beauty of human nature, of being able to learn things. And as scary as it is, I just need to go for it, and it'll be so fun and so useful. So speaking of, if you guys have like any recommendations of, you know, maybe some YouTube tutorials or even some websites that really help you learn music or anything along those lines, feel free to let me know in the comments. It would be super helpful. And if you have any questions about hobbies that I, you know, delve into, feel free to ask in the comments down below. I can also maybe help give you some recommendations in exchange. Anyways, back to the spread. Here I am just laying a bunch of different washi tapes and little circle stickers just to add a little bit of interest. And I also try to keep in mind like a lot of the colors that I'm using, and I felt like the bright yellow paper was a lot very bright compared to everything else I was using. So I decided to just use some little like yellow washi tape to help tie in like all the yellow elements a little bit further. And yeah, just using, again, layering. I love layering. And I also added this other little kind of like see-through little picture thing from this packet of pictures that are like impressionist inspired, kind of like paintings and that kind of stuff. I really love that packet. I use it a lot when I do art journaling. And yeah, it just adds that little bit of detail that was needed in that centerpiece there. And also here I am using this adorable lace washi tape. Well, it's not really washi tape. It's like, you know, actual lace with just like double-sided tape on the end. But yeah, I got that at the dollar store so many years ago now, like over 10 years ago, I think, at this point, and I still have some left. So again, I just need to use up the stuff that I have. It is okay to use things. Because once you use up everything that you got, that means you created something, and one, that's amazing. But two, that means you can also treat yourself to some more crafting things or make them yourself somehow. Maybe that could be a fun video of me, crocheting, micro crocheting my own little lace washi tape. Oh gosh, that sounds crazy. Anyways, but yeah, so just use it up. There is no perfect moment. Put those stickers down. Like, it's okay. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. But yeah, it was honestly very refreshing to finally sit down and use the things that I have been slowly collecting over the years. And it just means that I also just have so much variety to use within Spread, which is also super awesome. And it is also a little bit intimidating to just have so much, because sometimes I'm like, where do I even start? What am I doing? Like, where do I go from here? What's my base? What's my main inspiration? And it can be a little bit destabilizing because, again, there is so much going on. Like, where am I going? Where did I come from? Where do I go? But yeah, again, just choosing like that base, like I did for like those main colors, for the backgrounds and stuff, like just having that is a good point to start off. And then slowly you pick some stickers that kind of work, or if you want to have like some feature elements like the purple flowers that I chose that don't really match anything else. They're like an important like moment of just like bam, a little bit of color. And yeah, just like slowly building off and just, trusting your creative gut. That's what I am learning to do. And my gut in this moment was telling me that I was missing some flowers. I couldn't just have those other, 2 purple flowers. And I decided to add like these dried brown flowers. So it adds a little bit of more interest, which I think that's what was missing in the entire spread. And I also added some more little circle stickers as well. And just like some little corners that I felt like needed a little pop of something. And yeah, you just enter the flow state at some point and you just create. And this is what we ended up with. And honestly, I'm pretty happy with it. Could it have been better if I was practicing my creative energy more? Yeah, probably. But did I have fun? And then did I use up materials that have been sitting there for a while? Yeah, I did. And that's what matters in this moment. And yeah, here we go. But yeah, this is where we ended up with. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along for the process of this. And if you created something with me, thank you so much. I appreciate being your little creativity buddy. And so this is how much I have filled out of my journal, and I still got plenty of pages left. So if you have like maybe a theme that you want to suggest for me to do, or a specific color that you want me to focus on, doing color spreads is really nice. Just feel free to let me know. But yeah, I can't wait to do more. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye guys.